Hey, how's it going today? 6th of January, Saturday, and we are taking a look at some of those press releases and everything what's happening was announced very recently. This press release was announced yesterday, and that would be name of the project and MOFJ and export credit agencies unlock 1.2 billion financing for Turkish electric railway. It's in euros, so perhaps, perhaps I have touched on the new opportunities with some of the trade agreements of UK entering with Switzerland. So perhaps that would be another way of for investors to enter different markets, right? And perhaps European markets, I guess. But I'm not entirely sure everything what's happening. That would be myself trying to understand how to do it, right? Within the very recent announcements within Switzerland and UK entering some of those agreements, and from there perhaps progressing into having access to perhaps places like or similar projects to the one that I will be covering now. UKEF has partnered with other export credit agencies and OFG as sole mandate lead arranged to secure over 1.2 billion euros in financing for sustainable railway project. I have seen quite a few of those within the UK. Would that be a great investment? Investing in real estate or perhaps infrastructure, not real estate. Investing in infrastructure projects and some of those projects being within Turkey, right? And improving trade, right? Perhaps that might be a sound investment, right? And this announcement, as I mentioned, was announced yesterday. Everything was happening with Italy, leaving Belt and Road Agreement, right? I think Italy have left as of now, but perhaps things will change, right? Perhaps there might be more investment opportunities within the region, but I don't know about all the pushback. Perhaps it's another way of looking at it, and improvement in trade, and if anything, I think overall infrastructure projects are very sound investment overall. But let's try to understand. I don't know who would be a management company who will oversee this project. But other way, if anything, I would like to understand how myself or others would be able to invest in something like that. That's the only thing why I'm interested. How potentially people can generate more income or how it be more independent. I guess that's something on myself I'm looking to understand from reading all of this information here. I haven't read it yet. First bullet point, that will be MUFG structure financing so that institutional capital investors can sit alongside syndicate lenders and jointly provide a uh, just over 1.2 billion financial package. Okay, okay, okay. That's institutional investment. There isn't that many in UK. Oh, okay, so we have some standards in place, right? So yourself, it's something you perhaps considering of doing in the future. There are set standards what is to be considered institutional investor, right? But perhaps or there's perhaps I'm not financial advisor again. There's many ways actually how to do it. But either way, let's progress. Next bullet point: financing would allow Turkey to build new high-speed electric railway in the Ankara region, creating valuable new exporting opportunities for the UK and other countries. Next bullet point: this deal for clean transport was established by multilateral support from UK Export Finance and partner export credit agencies in Austria, Italy, and Poland. Okay, and the next bullet point would be the financing will help to reduce road congestions and cut the emissions on the name of the region. I will butcher it. Yarkoy, Kayseri, road as Turkey seeks to develop its electric railway network, right? So there's some things in the making, right? And so either perhaps having or improving infrastructure or taking a look at way how those trains would be powered in the first place. Perhaps there's another more opportunities there. It's something that was highlighted that not necessarily by rail, right? Even if we're taking a look at rivers, there might be some projects there where they can potentially reduce cost of entire products, right? So if a lot of products being imported to your country, additional cost of import cost can be sometimes up to 30-40% of the entire cost of whatever you're purchasing in the shop, right? By sea or boat, you or anyone might be interested in perhaps moving more of the goods, right? And there might be some projects in the future, if not right now, where they're looking to expand some of those rivers and connect some of those rivers, as I have highlighted, right? If there was a project there, myself or others might be interested in investing in that project, right? By investing in this project, there might be opportunities up there how that can benefit local communities in reducing cost of goods. So instead of paying a logistical cost of moving goods by roads, rail, or moving by water, right, might be a lot cheaper. So I don't know what cost benefit analysis. I don't know, but there's opportunities there. Let's come back to this press release, right? And the financing package comprised a one or just over 1 billion loan guaranteed by ECAs and a separate 220 million commercial loan facility, supported in part by the Islamic Corporation for the Insurance of Investment and Export Credit. UFG was appointed the sole manager, lead arranger, coordinator, structure, and agent bank by the Turkish Ministry of Treasury and Finance. So everything what they're looking to improve, there's so many different project names. There might be some reasons if anyone might be interested in engaging with any of those organizations, right? I'm not supported by any of those organizations, so I'm considering skipping all the project names. What for people who are interested, they're gonna be there. Well, I'll skip all the project names. So for whatever reason, it's very difficult to pronounce some of those names. But opportunities are there, right? So if anything, there might be some that has happened. Perhaps some of those opportunities that will happen in the future are there. Let's touch on that. That might be important, right? UKEF is an export credit agency operating at no net cost to the UK taxpayers. It involves secures substantial opportunities for UK firms, which are expected to supply steel pipes and other equipment. Okay, okay. So this is what they're saying, right? So once they say that there are no cost, but or is there's no net cost? Are there no net cost? Okay, so there might be some cost, but not necessarily net cost. Okay, okay, okay. So there might be some cost, right? So that's what I'm saying. So if there's any administration work being done, there is some cost. Let's touch on that. If there's anyone doing any administration work, there is a cost, but perhaps there is no net cost. So the way how this article is written, right? The financing allows Turkey's Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure act throughout the General Directorate of Infrastructure Investment to develop 140 kilometers of low carbon electric railway between there's two regions, right? The first one, Yarakoy, and next region that would be Kayseri. I think that there's a cost. The way how they can measure that cost would be for every kilometer being built, and some of those companies out there within different parts of the world would charge different costs for every kilometer. So myself coming into this project, I would like to understand how much 1 kilometer being built would cost, and then I would times that 140 kilometers. Then I would have understanding how I can measure this project and how well team working on this project, building this project, would be able to deliver this project, right? Since some of those companies, in comparison, might be able to deliver way cheaper. It's not necessarily good, it's not necessarily bad compared to some of those companies who can do very expensive. But the way how I measure this project, I will try to measure how much to build 1 kilometer will cost, and from there I will try to adjust that. And or take a look at what are options within the market. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book where I'm taking a look at livestock enterprise, and I'm looking to share as much information with others as possible when it comes to setting up and launching your own first, perhaps enterprises when you're taking a look at sustainable living or perhaps business, where perhaps in the beginning you would begin by producing everything for perhaps for yourself and progressing from there, surplus selling back to community. That would be the potential progression there. More important would be operating as a business and looking to set and manage different milestones, financial milestones. That would be zero, where everyone would begin and progressing to a first 10,000, and how you can potentially achieve that when we are taking a look at euros, dollars, pounds. We can find it, QR code in the corner, company's website below. With the new laws coming into effect, with your company being able to operate within Switzerland, I think, but I don't know all of the details, right? Because it's a new announcement that was made recently. I think it was last week. Might be myself. I might be interested in setting up another company. I don't know if it's even required. I think it's a need to have physical location within Switzerland. But if anyone, I'm interested in understanding the process. Perhaps that would be a way of beginning reallocating capital and investing in different infrastructure projects where can potentially help in the different solving different problems, right? In this particular case, it seems that they're looking to reduce carbon emissions, right, and or congestion on the roads, as well as help passengers, many things, right? So that would be just an example. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.